What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today I'd like to talk about the changes coming to the Dragonknight class in update 46. I'm going to make several videos breaking down each class individually so you kind of can see exactly what's changing with every class in the Elder Scrolls Online. And we kind of knew this was coming with subclassing. Of course, there's going to have to be a lot of changes considering we can combine these skill lines now on one character. And of course, they're going to have to make a lot of changes, a good bit of nerfs, some buffs for each class. I'm kind of hoping when subclassing comes out with update 46 that everything's a bit overpowered, honestly, because I would rather ZOS have to go in and kind of tone things down instead of making everything too weak and kind of having to buff everything back up. Of course, it's only the first week of the public test server, so we'll kind of have to wait and see. When it comes to the Dragonknight class, Ardent Flame Combustion, the passive now increases the damage from burning and poison by 16 and 33%, and restores 211 magic and 423 stamina when they are applied, down from that original 20% for burning and 40% for poisoned and 500 magic and 1,000 stamina. So that's a bit of a nerf. Warmth, the passive now causes direct damage from Ardent Flame abilities to increase the damage an enemy takes from your direct damage over time attacks by 3 and 6%, and reduces the movement speed by 15 and 30% instead of only reducing their movement speed. When it comes to Draconic power, now Dragon Leap, there was a bit of an issue with it, causing the ability and its morphs to now grant a very minor grace period of its crowd control immunity after reaching its target, being because some things were interfering with this. So now you have 100 milliseconds afterwards to ensure the ability properly completes when you're using it for that leap ability. Burning Heart, the passive now increases your healing received while a Draconic power power ability is active by 4 and 9%, down from 6 and 12%. Scaled Armor, this passive now increases your physical and spell resistance by 1487 and 2974, up from 825 and 1650. And also Elder Dragon, the passive now increases your health recovery by 161, of course, and 323 per Draconic power ability slotted, up from 129 and 258. So Scaled Armor and Elder Dragon did get a bit of a buff, while Burning Heart and it seems like Combustion and Warmth are making a few changes there that's going to nerf them just a bit. When it comes to the Earthen Heart line, of course, Stone Fist, Stone Giant, that morph stacks will now properly be removed when using the ability. Magma Armor, the ultimate, and Magma Shell now also disables ultimate regeneration or generation while they are active. Additionally, these ultimates are no longer removed when clicking their effect in the character sheet. And Battle Roar, the passive now restores 18 and 37 health and magic and stamina per ultimate spent, down from 25 and 50. So that's getting a bit of a nerf as well. Not a lot of massive changes when it comes to the Dragonknight class. Now, I'm going to be curious to see what all you can do when it comes to subclassing, because I know there's been a lot of talks out there of making a class with, some ice abilities, some fire abilities, maybe even some poison in there. It would be a really cool elemental style class when it comes to the Dragonknight. Now, of course, Dragonknight, depending on what you play, PvE or PvP, has always been one of my favorite characters to play. I don't know why. I really do enjoy it, especially a magic Dragonknight. But at times it's kind of been up and down of how good it is or how useful it is. Sometimes stamina is really good, sometimes magic has been really good. But I think combining the Dragonknight with some of these other classes is going to be a really fun experience. And I think that's why we didn't see a ton of changes across the board for the Dragonknight, because in my opinion, sometimes it's kind of hit and miss on how good it really is damage wise. Now when it comes to tanks and healing, and of course that's a totally different conversation. But I think the Dragonknight tank is going to be an interesting place too, because that's one of the better tanks in game. Of course, you have the Arcanist now, which is really good as well. But adding some other abilities with the tanks for the Dragonknight side is going to be something I'd like to kind of, I can't wait till the update comes out here on console so I can actually get my hands on this and try some of these different skill lines out. Guys, leave me a comment with your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the Dragonknight changes. And of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I'll catch you next time. Peace.